Welcome back to Register TV. Make your dream come true. We're going to see the introduction to web design and development. Full course at hosting our website. Let's continue. For this course, we're going to look what we covering in this module. We see internet and technology, markup languages, structure of HTML document, tags, heading, paragraph, formatting using tag, attribute, character, entities, free ways to specify the color on the web, images on the web, CSS, video and audio, lists, links, and mark, tablet, tables as layout, div, element, to group tags as web layout, HTML forms and validating forms, responsive website, web page, client side scripting language, server-side scripting language, hosting website, and you will see database, how to connect to database web page, where we see backend. So introduction, we are going to see the website in front end. I'm going to show you any example of interactive website we do. Then going to back end development. And we'll see how to make the web page like this, which have page homes, services, about us, contact, VIP. They have these buttons, images like this to link pages like registration forms like this, make registration form like this. After that, we see how to keep this data after user send it to when he click on register on database. This is in backend, we see it back, then we see the back end. So in the case, let's use demo weight to start 0 to professional website full courses. We end up with hosting our web page. So first of all, we are going to see what is internet. Internet, or simply net, is a worldwide network of computer networks. It is interaction of large and small networks around the globe. Application of internet: exchange message using email, WhatsApp, transfer of file as well software, use internet for transferring file, browser information, topic on web, and sharing information using internet. Communication is used for chatting, searching database, government, the video. We use the internet for reading news, send and receive animation and pictures, file from distant place. Set up site with information about the company's products and services. For internet technologies, we will see the client, network, and server. As we know, the client is, in real life, client is person who needs service to server in restaurant. Like in restaurant, client is someone who needs food from server, and server provide food to client, and network is like a restaurant that is a channel that the client and server are meeting for providing and giving services. So as now in networking, client is someone who needs service to server, and server his or her role is to serve him where and provide what the client needs. So the network, it is a channel. As you see, this figure shows us, I think the server was, it is understandable when you are an website, are entering information, you are a client or visiting a website. Then when you need to save to server, like submit or do something you want, the server provide the services that you have requested. And I think it is enough for this. The relationship between this client needs service to server, and server provides service to client using network. Let's continue to basic architecture. The diagram shows the basic architecture of web application described where HTTP sits. So for the OR, there is a web for client. As we have seen what is the server and the client and the network. So now we are going to see the web client, web server, server-side scripting, and database, how it works. Before, there is a website where the client using for visiting a website, where the website providing some services that are needed, like it is a school platforms, e-learnings, and same website, either Facebook, WhatsApp. So web client is designed for user, where user come and using the website. And the user, they need service from server. Like when a user come to enter it and log into our website, they will need to log in using password and emails. That time the user wants service to web server to enter to his account. So web client, they will log in and submit to web server in order server to provide home page or to welcome in website in his account. After web client send the email and password, send it to web server, and web server will go into server side scripting for connecting the web and server to matching his entered password and email. So when the password is checking, their memories are located in a database. Database is somewhere we keep the same informations that are needed by web client. So when server-side scripting are matching the if email is equal email to email that has user entered and password entered based on database information, and if it is true, it is matching, they will matching to database, they will see in server side and provide that service that the client needed to welcoming to his page to do something like Facebook, to log in to see some another information needed from Facebook, social media and the other social medias. So that is the relationship, that is the way web and web server and database and server script are work. So now let's continue. We are still on HTTP. We are internet technology. So HTTP, first of all, is hypertext transfer protocol. This protocol is request or response protocol based on client or server based architecture where web browser, robots and search engine. This HTTP helps us to is a protocol that connecting to server to client, where HTTP uses it for search engines and etc. And another is HTTPS, where sometimes we see HTTPS for web users. Some website that needs more security like banks and the website will see HTTPS, that stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Using HTTP, the computer agree on a code between them and then they scramble the message using that code so that no one is between can read them. This keeps information safe from hackers. As you are understanding that this is used for website that need more security, where we don't need third party to come to our information or hacking. They use code on secure socket layer, sometimes called transport layer security, to send information and back and forth. As we know, the security is more needed in all things we do. Where there is no security, it is very bad problem. So that's why we use HTTPS for many things. Let's continue. Okay, let's continue to web technologies. Web technologies, client-side technologies, we use HTML, or HTML used for structure web content. We'll see JavaScript, how JavaScript is like programming language. We have anode needs. Here we need program with that are in website. Here we will see it in JavaScript or VB script. There is more script in Python script. Client side language creating interactive web page. JavaScript, the text of JavaScript is creating interactive web pages. Operates and active control technologies for embedded interactive components in web browser. On the server side technologies, we use PHP as widely used scripting language for server side development. It is most popular. Many people use PHP. Python as programming language are used in server-side technologies, popular for web development using framework like Django and Flask. Java server page JSP used to create dynamic web content using Java. Active server page ASP. Microsoft Technology Dynamic Web Application. ASP.NET next generation of ASP, offering robust features building application. For this course we will see HTML, JavaScript and PHP. So let's continue to next chapter. Then in later we start using HTML in practice. Now to next page, we're going to see text editors. For running HTML, we can use the editor like a Notepad. Notepad is for people who are running in schools, or text edit for Mac, or text edit for MacBooks. Notepad++ and PS Pad. HTML can also be edited by using these professional editors. Like this is professional editors you can using while you are coding or designing web pages. So like Visual Studio, Sublime Text, Microsoft Web Matrix, Microsoft Front Page, Macromedia, Dreamweaver, and Netscape Composer. For I am rated the Visual Studio and Sublime Text, as it is that will be used. I choose either Visual Studio or Sublime Text, but the preference is Visual Studio. But this is Visual and Sublime Array. So now we are going to see we're going to see how to get this Studio, Sublime, Visual Studio and Sublime Text. So you need to download it. I will show you how to download. But if you have it, we continue to the practice without no problem. Let's continue to the practice. We're going to start here where we see HTML tags. HTML tags are used to mark up HTML elements. HTML tags are keywords surrounded by angle brackets like that tag or tag name has. The first tag in pair is start tag. The second is tag, the end tag. Start and end tag are also called opening tags and closing tags. See how the first one, tag name, is open tags and the second one is closing tags. Most of HTML tags normally come in pair like this. Bold, this big means bold. We'll see in practice. Hello world is message to that we deliver to web client, where we will see hello world, and the closing tag of P. This is the end of boarding. You will see it. There are some tags which don't need to be closed, such as these are known as void elements like image, horizontal line, and break. This will see it. Images, we will use images for inserting images, horizontal line for making horizontal line, break for taking space between something. We are buildings in a website. HTML tags are not case sensitive. This is a good information and sounds good because case sensitive, it is sometimes complicated for some people or people I know can. When you case sensitive, when you say case sensitive is when someone, when you are write in uppercase or lowercase b, this big and this b are not the same when you use case sensitive. While when it is not case sensitive, v and this b is the same. That is very good for readings website. It is not need case sensitive because machines understand it well. Let's continue. Or showing Visual Studio. In Visual Studio practice, let's see HTML element. Any HTML element is defined by starting tags. If element contains other content, it ends with closing tags. When element name is preceded by / as shown below with three tags, start tags like paragraph. This is tags, and you can write content in paragraph and end tags using /p. H1, we'll see it. This is heading content. It is where we write headings in body, and the closing tags, divs, and division content. Div, we see it. It is more important. And break. HTML tags, this element, HTML element, HTML element is defined by starting tags. If the element contains other content, it ends with closing tags. For example, p paragraph and starting tag of paragraph and p is closing tags, the same name paragraph, but paragraph, this paragraph, and closing paragraph is paragraph element. Now we are going to make some more practice about HTML website. This is Visual Studio. When you finish to install, you search on Windows Visual Studio and open like this. Then you have to make a folder. While you click folder and set where you will save your content. So can make new folder and call it beginner. And select the folder. Then click yes. After making folder, you're going to making the website. Can click to new file and you can give the name your website. Call it big dot HTML. Then click enter. Then .html. After that, you have to open the tags. They will assign the doc type and write this doc type. This is where we are going to start HTML. We assign that we are going to use doc type that called HTML as extension. Then click enter. You have seen when you are using HTML here, we have starting tags and the closing tags. As we are starting to make HTML tags, we start HTML tags by opening tags HTML. Then after that, this is HTML starting tags, and this is closing tags, as you have seen. Then we have to separate starting tags and the closing tags. After that, we start the headings. This is what we needed to start our HTML. Therefore, and we have saved HTML tags. So now I'm going to open big.html. that will open in browser, maybe your Chrome, maybe your Opera means. I'm going to running in Microsoft Edge. Then we are going to start to doing something, what to design while we are seeing what you have done. When we are going to learn our HTML website, we go where we save in that folder, call it beginner in desktop, and click it. You will see your file that I saved and open it in some browser that you have installed in your computer. For me, it's Microsoft Edge HTML document as we've seen, and click it. So now we are coding where we have seen the output. Let's try to make it flexible. Now we are going to learn to edit and learn. So after opening our web page, this is page.html. I want to make like that one has make be Facebook. For this tags, we have to make it title. For open is and write title. Tags and make it Facebook. Maybe wow.facebook, but I want to eat Facebook, to call it Facebook. And you have to remember that when you open title, we close the title in headings. What we can do, and saving it. After saving it, and see if after we save title as Facebook, we wrote at here. So I'm going to show you what is body in HTML, and we continue to run. We open body, tags. After open it, have closing tags. For showing the body tags, I'm going to make it background blue. You see the background color. BG color, background color. It's called BG color. Your background color, go blue. Yes. This is what we call background color. It is all part of our website. This is what we call body. That means that everything we done on this, it is in body. Everything we are designing after making title, it is in body. Let's try to make it big. This is body. As a web designer, you can change the background color. Can be green, save, and after we save, we make it updated. Can be green, can be yellow, can be another color. We see the color. Now let's end this session here. Be back again until make us professional.